So we've taken the logs back to our yard at Cairntradlin and we're going to be sawmilling. This is one of my favourite days, and I'm working with sawmiller Dave Barnes and my two sons Ewan and Neil, and we're cutting through these boards, creating planks that we'll dry and end up using to make furniture. The first cut we make is usually discarded. That's what we call the back, and it ends up becoming firewood. We have a biomass boiler, so it'll keep us warm next winter. We try not to waste any of the timber. Even the sawdust is used. There's a local mushroom farm that takes away some of the sawdust and they use it for growing mushrooms. Each subsequent board, as it comes off, we take it over and wash it down. After each one has been cleaned, we will stack them in a neat pile with little pinnings between each board. The pinnings allow the air to circulate around the timber and allow it to dry gradually. One thing I always feel when we're cutting logs like this is there's a sense of responsibility to get the very best out of each log. When we load each one onto the sawmill, Dave and I will spend some time looking at it and studying which way the grain's lying and make decisions about which way we'll cut, how thick each board will be, and we'll be looking out for defects and sometimes we'll, halfway through cutting, we'll rotate the log to get the very best grain patterns. We're looking for long boards of beautiful patterns, but sometimes you've got to work your way around splits and cracks. I always find the whole process so exciting. With every single log, you don't know what's going on inside, and opening each one can be like opening a treasure box. Each single tree has a unique identity of its own. I always say that every one is an example of genuine natural history, and when you cut into it, every single board is being revealed for the very first time, and all the patterns and colours that have been locked away under the bark for over a century are revealing themselves, and I find the whole process just really exciting. The atmosphere when you're cutting timber like this is electric, and the smell of the wood is lovely. This elm's got a really nice rich smell and the air is full of it. I try and keep every single log separate from the others throughout the whole process, and we identify each plank by attaching a small plastic tag on the end grain of each log. Years later, when we're using this wood to make furniture, I can tell my clients, well, this one came from Old Meldrum and this one came from Inch, and we've got a catalogue of every board so I know where it's all come from. And for some people that becomes an important part of the story of their piece of furniture. So we've ended up with some really beautiful boards this session, some really rich colours and patterns, and of course I'm itching to get using them and turn them into furniture, but here's where I have to be very patient. This wood will take a long time to dry, so we'll be stacking it up neatly. We'll fit a cover over the stack, and we just have to wait gradually for the moisture to come out of the timber.